Alright, ladies and gents, dogs and cats. The time has arrived. The Euros are finally here, and I am super excited for them because honestly, the Euros are probably one of my favorite international tournaments, if not my favorite international tournament. I know the World Cup is pretty special in everybody's hearts, but I do love the Euros. The Euros are something special, and it's something that I look forward to every 4 years. So what we are going to be doing today is we're going to be predicting the entire tournament, the group stage, the knockout stages, and I'm going to add a little bit of a bonus because at the end of the video, I am going to be giving you my predictions on the Golden Ball Award winner, the Golden Glove, the Golden Boot, and the Golden Boy Award, which in order would be the MVP of the tournament, the best goalkeeper of the tournament, the best under 21 player of the tournament, and the Golden Boot would be the top goal scorer. So make sure to stick around for the end of the video, and without further ado, let's just get into it. Let's get to predicting. Actually, hold on. Before we get started, I want you to go into the comments and let us know your predictions. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to be the best player? What do you think is going to happen in this tournament? I really want to know. I want to know what the people think. All right, enough yada yada. Let's just get to it. All right, Group A, Germany, Scotland, Hungary, Switzerland. This is a pretty interesting group if you really think about it because Scotland is actually a little bit of a sleeper. Don't get me wrong, I think Germany is going to run away with this group, but I do not see Switzerland finishing as second or third. I don't know. It's kind of complicated. I do think Scotland are going to shock the world. What I am going to do is I'm going to put Germany as first, obviously. I'm going to put Scotland as second. Oh, this is actually in order. Let's do Hungary third, Switzerland fourth. Group B, Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. This is kind of an interesting one. I don't know who's going to finish first in this one. This is kind of, this is a doozy. I think I'm going to go with Italy as top of the group because this Spanish team, to be honest, I do think that they have a lot of young talent, but there's a lot of decisions that I don't agree with. I do think Italy's going to take the group. I think they have some revenge in them after they missed out on the 2022 World Cup. I do think that Croatia is you can't sleep on Croatia. Croatia always do good in international tournaments. Modric is still there, even though he's still a little bit older and maybe his stamina is not the same. I do think he can push the country forward in this tournament. I'm gonna go with Croatia second, Spain third, and this is in the Euros. I'm pretty sure 3, maybe 4 out of the third place teams make it to the next round. There are 6 groups, so I think Spain make it through the next round as one of the best third seeds, but Albania, unfortunately, they got drawn into a very difficult group, so I am out on them completely. All right, Group C, Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia, and England. See, a lot of people are going to think that this is a pretty straightforward group. They're going to think that England are going to go through. I think Serbia and Denmark are actually very tough rivals. As star-studded as England is, Jude Bellingham, obviously everybody knows I'm a sucker for Jude Bellingham, but England historically have always had a lot of stars and they haven't really done anything with them, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they lack good management, and I do not believe in Gareth Southgate. So I do think that they finished top of this group, but depending on who they get drawn with in the knockout stages, I don't think I'm going to have them going as far as people have them this year. So I'm going to go with England. Let's go with Denmark second, Serbia third. I think Serbia still make it through to the next round. I'm going to go with Slovenia because it's the only one in the group. All right, Group D, the Netherlands, France, Poland, and Austria. I think this is a pretty tough group, honestly, because Austria have a pretty decent team. The Netherlands also have a pretty decent team, and so does Poland. Poland has historically always been kind of a dark horse candidate. I think I don't know, man. The Netherlands, see, the thing about the Netherlands is that they are missing Frankie de Jong, which is a big miss for them. And by the way, I was in a stadium when that injury took place. The contact that Fede Valverde made with the ball and Frankie de Jong's foot was like a bomb. The sound in the Bernabeu was incredible. So shout out to Frankie de Jong. I hope he's all right. I hope he recovers well for next season. But, you know, I'm a homer. I'm going to go with France as top of the group. I think the Netherlands still take the second seed without Frankie de Jong. And between Poland and Austria, I think that they're both really good teams, but I can see them maybe not making it as a third seed, either of them, because between France and the Netherlands, they're going to kill each other off. I can see Poland and Austria tying. I'm going to go with Poland third, Austria fourth. Group E, and Group E is kind of a boring group if you ask me, because I am not a big fan of Belgium. I think Belgium have disappointed quite a lot in international tournaments in the past. They had a golden generation of players. They absolutely wasted it, and I do think that Ukraine actually has a pretty sneaky team. Now, Lunin is the love of my life, so because of that, I'm going to put Ukraine as top of the group. I think they can be quite a big surprise in this edition of the Euros. I am going to go with Belgium as second of the group because it makes sense. Romania third, and Slovakia 4th. All right, Group F, Turkey, Portugal, Georgia, and Czech Republic. This is actually a pretty interesting group. I want to root for Georgia. I actually have a friend that's from Georgia. She's lovely, and I want to root for them so badly, but I do not think that they're going to make it out of this group. I think Portugal are going to take it. I think they're going to go first place. Turkey have actually a pretty decent team, and they can actually create a lot of damage. I'm going to go Turkey second. I think Arda Güler could be a big candidate to win the Golden Boy award of the tournament. He has all the talent in the world. I think he's going to be in the discussion. So I'm going to go with Turkey at second. Czech Republic. I'm going to go Czech. I'm going to... See, I really want to root for Georgia, but I'm going to go for Czech Republic because I think it's just more realistic. I don't really know much about the Georgian national team other than the fact that they have Kavaradona. And now I have to pick the top 4 of the third place teams in the order that I want them to go. I think the best third place, this is actually interesting. I could go Spain, but I think Serbia, because Spain is in a tougher group, I think Serbia has a possibility of having a better coefficient going into the next round. I'm going to go with Serbia as the first option. Spain as a second. I'm going to go with Hungary as third. And I'm going to go with the Czech Republic. All right, round of 16, Italy, Hungary. I'm going to go with Italy. I think this is pretty straightforward. I do think Hungary can give quite a fight in this game. I am not ruling them out, but I think Italy will have the edge. Germany, Denmark. Germany are going to take it, man. Germany, by the way, are locals. They are going to be heavy favorites, and I know that they've disappointed in the past few tournaments. But ladies and gentlemen, Don Toni Kroos is back in the team, and I think this team has a lot of good young players. I think this is a matter of mentality, and I think that Toni Kroos' arrival is going to be quite influential in how good the team progresses. It's already been shown ever since he came out of retirement, out of international retirement, and this is going to be his last dance, so there's going to be an extra level of motivation around that camp. So I'm going to have Germany going through to the next round, taking out Denmark, Portugal, Serbia. Dude, this game gives me nightmares, and it's because it reminds me of the goal that Ronaldo scored that was over the line. It was over the line, and they didn't give it to him because that stadium, for some reason, did not have any VAR, so Portugal had to end up playing in the playoff rounds, and thankfully they made it to the tournament, even though they didn't really do that good, and it was kind of depressing as a Ronaldo fan. But I do think Portugal are going to take this one. I think they actually have one of the best teams in the tournament. I think that they have potential to win, but at least in this round, I'm going to have them going through. Netherlands, Belgium. I am going with Netherlands. Again, I think Belgium are high underachievers. I do think that Doku has a lot of potential. Doku is a player that scares me, but I'm going to go with the Netherlands on this one. Ukraine, Spain. Now, my decision on this one might actually piss off a lot of people, but I can see this match going to penalties. I can see this game going to penalties. Ukraine, I think, are going to have one of the best defenses in the entire tournament. On top of that, they have the love of my life, Lunin, in goal. I think they go to penalties, and I think Ukraine pulled this one off. So, I love you, Lunin. France, Turkey. Now, I think this Turkish team can definitely put up a fight. I think Arda Güler is going to light up this entire tournament. I don't think they're going to be France. I'm going to be straightforward right now. France are going to go far in this tournament. I do think that this Turkey game is going to be quite complicated. I'm going to go with France on this one. Last 2 matches of the round of 16. I am going to make it very simple. I'm going to go with England on this one. I do not believe in their management, but I do think that they are a better team than Czech Republic. So, Scotland, Croatia. Now, I did say that Scotland were going to surprise a lot of people, but Croatia has something in them about international tournaments that I can see this game going to penalties and Croatia making it through to the next round. So I'm going to go with that. Croatia, England, top of the quarterfinals, Italy, Germany. Now, this is quite a European rivalry. I've already had 2 games going to penalties, haven't I? I think this one can also go to penalties. I also have the memory of Euro 2016 when they went to penalties. Germany have home court. I'm gonna go with Germany on this one, and I do believe in the Toni Kroos effect, so I'm going to go with Germany. Portugal, Netherlands. On paper, Portugal has a better team. I think Netherlands could definitely put up a fight, but I'm going to go with Portugal on this one. I do not see the Netherlands shocking Portugal because Portugal really do have a solid squad. So, Ukraine, France. I'm going to be pretty straightforward with this one. I think France are going to take it, but I do think that it's not going to be easy. They're absolutely going to struggle. It's going to be a 1-0 match, but I do think France take this one. It's not going to be easy, though. England, Croatia. Now, I did talk a lot of smack about this English national team at the very beginning of this video when we were doing the group stage predictions, but this is actually kind of hard. I think England can definitely get revenge on the 2018 semifinals. I do believe in this Croatia team. They're always here to shock the world like they did in the 2022 World Cup when they beat Brazil. And I think that was a big moment in that tournament because I do think Brazil would have beaten Argentina, and I think that was an absolute chain. That was a huge butterfly effect. Anyways, I'm gonna go with England on this one. I think they do get revenge. England versus France, France versus England. This has potential to be one of the best games of the tournament. I really have to admit to that. As much as I don't believe in England's coach, I do think that they still have the ability to, play well based on individual talent. But I am gonna go with France on this one. I do not think that England can outdo the Kylian Mbappe. Germany, Portugal. Now, this one's gonna hurt. This one's gonna hurt predicting this one because I'm definitely gonna go with Germany. I definitely believe that Germany not only have a better team right now, not maybe in terms of individual ability, but as a team, I think Germany are better. Like I said, I do think the Toni Kroos effect is legit, and they have home court advantage. I'm gonna go with Germany on this one. As much as it hurts, I have to do it. And the final, Germany versus France. I have home court advantage, bro. I don't know what to do here. I think that this game has the potential to be even better than France versus England, but I do think that it's going to come down to individual brilliance. See, the thing about this Mbappe this year compared to the Mbappe that we saw in the last Euros, the one that missed a penalty against Switzerland, this Kylian Mbappe does not have any more transfer rumors, any uncertainty in his future. The guy is happy. You see him in press conferences. You see him with his teammates. He seems like a different guy from what we saw in PSG this entire season. So I do think that France are going to win this based off of Mbappe brilliance. And yeah, that is definitely going to be my pick. I'm going to go with France. So congratulations to the French national team, to my country, as much as I would like to say that I did this as objectively as possible. Maybe it is a little bit of bias, but I do think France, at the end of the day, have the best team in the world in terms of nations. This French team is significantly better than PSG. I think that it can bring out the best of Mbappe as we have seen in the past. So France, European champions. Now let's get to the extra. For the Golden Glove, I am going to go with the best goalkeeper of the entire season, someone that got very unlucky towards the end because Thibaut Courtois came and snatched his place, and he did get sick for the final, so we will never actually know whether Lunin was supposed to play or not. But for the Golden Glove, based on the fact that I have Ukraine going to the quarterfinals, I think he's going to get the most clean sheets out of anyone in the tournament. I'm going to go with Lunin. I think that he is arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and I'm very scared that he's going to leave Madrid. I do think that that is a very likely possibility. There's talks that he might be going to Arsenal. Honestly, I don't want him to go anywhere. I want him to resign, even if we have to get rid of Courtois, which I know is a crazy thing for Real Madrid fans. But I love Lunin. He is the future. He's young. He has so many good years to go, and the fact that he has reached the levels that he has reached at this age, I think that he has such a bright future that I want him to stay at Madrid, and I do think he's going to get the Golden Glove for this tournament. Now, for the under 21 MVP, the Golden Boy Award, I do not think that there is a better player under 21 than Arda Güler. I think Arda Güler is just incredible. What he has done this season on such little playtime is just outstanding. Now, I do think this award could go to a lot of people. I do think Lamine Yamal could be a very good option. For instance, the guy is amazing. The guy is a stud. The guy is world class. I think he has so much potential. And he's 16. The guy is literally taking high school classes while playing in this tournament. The guy is unbelievable. As a Madridista, I think that Real Madrid fans who think that he's overrated are wrong. I do understand that Barca fans tend to overrate a lot of their players, but I do think Lamine Yamal is the real thing. I do, however, think that Arda Güler is a tier above him. And listen, I'm going to make a pretty crazy prediction here, but I think that by the end of next season, Arda Güler is going to be Real Madrid's starting right winger. He is going to overtake Rodrigo, and I think that that is going to be the end of Rodrigo at Real Madrid, because after the claims that he made in recent weeks, I've actually started to think a lot about his situation, and Rodrigo has the talent. He has the potential to be a world beater. He has the potential to be the best player in the world, but only if he plays on the left. He's never going to play on the left in the team with Vinny Jr. and Kylian Mbappe. That is just never going to happen. So if he wants to fulfill his full potential, I think that Rodrigo's best option is to leave Real Madrid, and he already kind of teased about it this summer. And between Rodrigo and Arda Güler, I think Arda Güler is going to be a better right winger. He can cut in with his left. He is a natural lefty. Arda Güler is incredible. I have him as my under 21 MVP. Now, for the Golden Boot Award, the top goal scorer of the tournament, I am going to go with Kylian Mbappe. I think this is pretty straightforward. Kylian is a world beater when it comes to finishing. He's probably the best attacker in the world. He's probably the best finisher in the world currently, and I just don't see anybody overtaking him. I think it's pretty straightforward. I think he can score around, I'm gonna go with 8 goals from Kylian Mbappe. 8 goals in 6 matches is 6. 8 goals in 7 matches. 8 goals in 7 matches for the Turtle. Now, for the tournament MVP, now this one is a little bit more complicated because I feel like there are a lot of options. I am, however, going to make my decision based off of who went the furthest in the tournament. I had France France and Germany in there, so I'm going to be picking based off of those players. Now, this award could really come down to how good Mbappe plays in the final. If he lights up the world the way that he did in the World Cup final 2 years ago, I do think that he will win the award. But it's not always one of the winners that end up winning. As you may remember, in 2016, Antoine Griezmann was actually the MVP of the tournament. And based on the Bayern Leverkusen season, I think that as a tournament MVP, I am going to have to go with Florian Wirtz, which is going to be a little bit of a consolation prize for him based on the fact that he did not end up winning the tournament according to myself. But the guy is a special talent. He's been showcasing it all season long, and I do think that this award could even go to Toni Kroos. If Toni Kroos ends up winning this tournament, guys, he deserves the Ballon d'Or. But nonetheless, Remins, these are my picks for the Euros. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash the thumbs up button, share the video, subscribe to our channel, go follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, and please, 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 please let us know in the comments what your predictions are. I really, really want to know what people think. With that being said, Remins, I will catch you guys next time. Peace.